Between 1863 and 1890, we had territorial governors. At the time, Idaho was not really a desirable place to be for many of these governors. So there are all sorts of misadventures of these early Idaho territorial governors, some good, some bad, but stories that not a lot of people know about. Caleb Lyon's legacy here in Idaho was, first of all, signing the act that would move the territorial capital from Lewiston up in the north down to Boise. And that was not an act that was popular with everybody, and he was actually placed on house arrest. He escaped this house arrest by saying that he was going duck hunting with a friend, because I guess that was an excuse that worked apparently. But instead of going duck hunting, or perhaps in addition to going duck hunting, he hightailed it out of town and got away. Lyon was then followed up by a governor named Clinton DeWitt Smith. And Smith wasn't much better. He was known for being jovial and hard drinking, and he actually followed up on Lyon's plan to move the capital from Lewiston to Boise by literally stealing the state seal and other important documents that belonged in the capital and bringing them down to Boise. And this was done for mining interests in which he may have felt like he would get a cut. A lot of the state's population was up in the north, and obviously northern Idahoans wanted to keep the capital. There were a lot of northern Idahoans at the time who really just wanted to be part of Washington. Part of keeping northern Idaho as part of Idaho itself was keeping the capital up there. So you can imagine how hard it was and how divided the state was at the time. Clinton DeWitt Smith stole the state seal and as much of the archives as he could and brought him to Boise, and then promptly died. Smith was followed up by a guy named Horace Gilson. Gilson became notable mostly for embezzling more than $40,000, which was the bulk of the state treasury at the time, and hightailed it to Hong Kong to get away. And then, fun fact, Caleb Lyon came back and was the next acting governor yet again. He pushed for Idaho to become a state, probably so he could become a senator, because in the territories, he really wanted to be a senator or a member of the House of Representatives, because then you could actually hang out in DC instead, where it was nice, instead of being in this sort of dusty, lawless place. Lyon became the governor, and he was extremely unpopular, as you might expect, and he ended up also stealing more than $46,000 from the territory of Idaho, and he got himself out of town as well.